You can find countless books on how to succeed. But what about failure? Let's face it, every one of us will fail at some point or another. So why not learn how to make the best of it? How to Fail by Elizabeth Day is exactly that. She gives an honest guide on how to get through the hardest times in life. But that's not all. She will also teach you why failure is a good thing. She reveals that our failures teach us some of the most important lessons in life, like we are, what we want, and how we can improve. In the end, how we learn from the painful experiences in life can turn our supposed mess-ups into successes. Here are the 3 of the most helpful lessons from this book. 1. Your 20s are a great time to mess up and learn from your mistakes. 2. Failing in a relationship can teach you a lot about yourself. 3. You can be successful and also experience failure in other areas of life. Let's jump right into these lessons and learn why failure is a good thing. Lesson 1. Your 20s are a great time in life to make mistakes and learn what you really want. Most of us have probably failed at least one test in our lives. It feels pretty awful, right? What we fail to realize is that failure likely taught us something crucial, such as where we needed to focus our study efforts. Failure is a great way to gain experience and wisdom in your 20s. It's a time to discover who you are and what you want to do with your life, as well as to get ready for adulthood. How else will you learn without first making a few mistakes? There is no rush as you transition from adolescence to adulthood in your 20s. Lesson 2. When you fail at love, you discover a lot about yourself. Day settled down and got married in her 20s after a few long-term relationships. Unfortunately, the relationships she had were very archaic, and she soon found herself doing everything from cooking to cleaning to shopping while still working full-time. She would convince herself she was a strong woman because she did all the housework, but in reality, she was putting the needs of the men in her life above her own. In other words, her connections were collapsing. Her sense of worth decreased as a result, which led to her becoming divorced. Even though everyone will tell you that going through a divorce is not something you want to do, Day realizes how significant this experience was for her. It not only helped her find her voice, but also realize what she needed in life. You might wish to withdraw and prevent yourself from getting close to anyone else after a failed relationship. But one of the most significant lessons Day took away was the necessity of maintaining an open mind, even after experiencing a severe tragedy. Lesson 3. Just because you've succeeded doesn't mean you can't fail again. It's a common misconception that success and failure are opposites, but this isn't always the case. You can be a successful person and also be unhappy. It seems inconceivable that a person with millions of followers on social media or a fortune of millions of dollars could not be happy with their life. They must be pretty ungrateful, right? It's cliché, but money really can't buy happiness. We place far too much value in things that are merely tangible when we should not. Day found this to be true in her years of research. She encountered a lot of people who had acquired wealth or celebrity, but that didn't always imply they were happy. Remember, when you are looking at your failures in life, you are the only person who can say whether an experience is a success or a failure. Most of the time, it can be both. It just depends on how you see them.